Perspectives.
Welcome back to a special episode of Perspectives. I'm your host, Victor.
And I'm your other host, Mariana.
Oh, wait. You're the host. I'm the co-host. My bad. All right.
Anyway, it's good to be back. How are we feeling today? How are you?
I'm doing pretty great, not gonna lie.
Nice. And you look pretty great too.
Thank you.
You know,
you do too.
I'm gonna add that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Ooh, honestly, the weeks have been intense. Midterms have been crazy. The semester has gotten more intense and
Dude, whenever I take exam, it's like a fever dream. I don't even remember. It's
for
like so
real.
stressful, and then afterwards, it's just like I don't even remember it.
Yeah. So, I want to start with a story.
Story time. All right.
Yes. So this past weekend, my family came to visit, right? It was such a wholesome weekend. Specifically, it was a mist. Is that the word? A mist?
A mist?
A mist?
What do you
Or in the middle of the chaos, like in the middle of...
Oh, amidst.
Oh, God. Anyway. Point is, they couldn't have gotten here at a better time.
Yeah.
And something happened to me, actually.
What happened?
So, I was very nervous, for their visit because I kind of hit my car.
What? Dude, okay. So, all right. So, before this podcast, Mariana's just like, I have a story to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you. I was like, okay. And this is what I'm hearing. I hit my car. What did you do? What did you do? I knew this day was going to come, but it's too soon.
It's a little fender bender. But no, watch. This is the second time. This is the second time it's happened because remember the first time I hit my car was like with the wall because I got too close and I just like scraped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this happened to me 2 weeks ago. On the weekend, I was at my cousin's house, and we had a nice carne asada, very chill. You know, watching the football game. Anyway, the Steelers right now are 4-0. Go Steelers! I'm kidding. Me, I only watched like that one game.
I don't want sports, but A&M.
Anyway, it was already nighttime, and like his like the parking place, or like the area at his place, because it is like a complex sort of,
Yeah.
right? It's a little tight. It's a little weird, right? Anyway, it's dark. There was a truck that was parking in a no park zone behind me, but he was in an area that was far enough so that I could like kind of go in reverse, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm fine. Anyway, this homeboy had like this flatbed attached to the truck that I did not see because it was too low.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I got like my music ready. I had my girlfriends with me, my best friends, right? So I get the music ready to jam out.
No one saw.
And yo estoy de reversa, despacito, because I'm like, honestly, like, I don't want to go through that again, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, de reversa, mami, hey, whatever. Anyway, I suddenly hit, the vehicle.
That was probably such an ugly feeling.
We all freak out. The loudest noise ever. Yes, it was. Dude, my entire body got so hot. I was like, anyway, people came out of that apartment though, and I was like, they're gonna fight me. And there was like people drinking, like dudes with their beers. So I was like, oh, they're drunk. Anyway, I make a little Yui so I can like stop and talk to them, right?
Yeah.
I get out of the car and I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. And then he goes, oh no, everybody hits my, like, the flatbed all the time, bro. Like, your car is the one that's a little damaged, but like nothing a little, money can't fix. And he goes, nothing ever happens to my truck. Like, and then he goes, it was also kind of my fault because I shouldn't have parked here. And I was like, I just...
So where's the money gonna come from, boy?
No, exactly. Like, how was I gonna say you pay for it if it was my doing? You get me?
Yeah.
Like, I was the one that backed up. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to be like, and I'm not confrontational. I'm not gonna pick a fight or like,
yeah.
And he was also drinking, so I was like, I'm gonna have to fix this somehow.
Yeah.
So all this time, or like all that time before my parents came here, I was thinking like, I'm not a good liar. So I was like, how am I gonna make it believable to make it seem that I didn't do I didn't do it?
Yeah.
To kind of just be like, oh my god, I don't know where this came from, you know?
What?
What?
What is
Me
that?
hitting the car? So
You almost hit my car.
yeah, and then I had like this crazy week of like midterms, and I was just I
That's a
was
kicker.
pushing it back, yeah, and so like they got here, and after we ate dinner and stuff, I told my dad, "Can I tell you something? You don't get mad." And so he starts laughing, and then he goes, "Did you hit the car?" But no, but as a joke.
Oh.
Like, and then I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh." I kind of continued talking, and I was like, "I just feel so unworthy of having a car because I don't want to make it seem like I'm being an irresponsible person because I'm not. Like these things are happening to me, and I'm not a like aggressive driver.
Yeah.
Every time people like like they cut me off or they drive too close to, like every time some people do some, like some drivers are, being annoying,
Mhm.
I don't have like a road rage, like I'm not aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm very careful, especially here that I'm by myself. And I was getting very emotional because I was like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a bad person. And then he goes, stop talking. Like, he's like, I don't care about the car. I care about you.
Oh.
I was like,
That's nice.
yeah, dude. And I was crying. And he's like, these experiences happen. Like, I've hit the car a lot of times. And I'm like, you have? And anyway, long story short. Well, long story. Duh. Anyway. Point is, honesty is the best policy. I was so stressed in trying to find out, like, how can I lie, right? But I just couldn't lie,
Yeah.
So I told them the truth, and the response was a lot better than I expected. Like, we had a beer afterwards, bro. Like, we hugged it out and had a beer. Yeah, so anyway, that was my story, I guess, catching you up.
Yeah.
And like my cousin was like, I'm not surprised. That's like something that would happen to you.
No, I knew this day was gonna come. I knew it.
I mean, well,
I mean, it already happened before. Wait, what? You hit the car before, right? This time?
I mean, the first time was in March.
Okay, yeah. So there was a first.
Oh
time.
no, the first time was in March of last year.
Yeah.
But I do remember that one time that I drove your car.
Oh my God! Yeah, yeah. So, my story time, just a little bit. I had a grandma car. It was a 1999 Toyota Avalon, and we were in high school still.
Yeah.
And I think Mariana was just like, "Oh, let me drive the car. Let me drive the car." And we were still in the neighborhood. I think I was like driving you back to your house or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were going. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was just like, you know what? I trust her. She's a good friend. Why not? So I let you drive the car. You get in the front seat, and immediately we're parked next to a house. We're in front of the mailbox. Well, a little way, like, not in front of a mailbox, but just a little behind.
Yeah, just enough.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough. And Mariana didn't have the brake on. She wasn't pressing the brake, so when she shifted gears, she went into drive and just let it go. Or did you rev it? Did you rev it?
What is that? I don't know.
Like, you accelerated the car.
Wait, no me acuerdo. Like, it's because there was a time where I didn't know the difference between a brake and the gas pedals. Like the.
Okay, so yeah, you let go of the brake pedal. I'm pretty sure you let go of the brake pedal. I don't think you accelerated, and you almost hit the mailbox, some stranger's mailbox, with my car.
But I didn't.
You were so close though. You went up the curve and everything. Curb.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
And you were like, nope, get out the car.
yeah. Immediately, I was just like, okay, all right, that's enough. You had enough.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's my little
I
story.
got my license. I'm a better driver now. You know, things happen. Experiences.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say you're a bad driver because it's the most recent one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you haven't been in the car with me, right?
Not lately, no.
Well, I'll have you know I'm a very careful driver.
Oh.
Well, that's like this little boo boo. Anyway, this is not really what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
This is okay. This 3-part special, like
Three-part special.
yeah, like now let's get to it. It's called "What is your soul medicine?"
Oh, I thought you were gonna say wisdom.
Well, wisdom.
I thought you were gonna say the acronym.
Well, at the end, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I was reflecting and I was trying to think of all these like of just this what is your soul medicine question, and then it occurred to me, what can be your soul medicine if like how can something else be your soul medicine if we are not our own soul medicine?
Oh.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So this episode I want to talk about loving yourself first.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I want to get straight to it. Hup. After like 10 minutes of talking.
Get into it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, honestly, it's been a long time since we've talked, since we've seen each other, so anyway.
It's been what, a month?
Yeah.
It's been a month.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, so back to the question. How can we be our own medicine? First of all, we start with loving ourselves first, putting ourselves first, being kind to ourselves. But obviously, it's easier said than done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like have you heard of that saying that you can't love someone else unless you love yourself first or something like that?
Yeah.
But then you think about that and then you think about how hard it has been to love yourself. I mean, or I don't know if it's happened to you.
Oh,
but
yeah.
sometimes it's so hard to love yourself, and then you think, or it makes you think, am I unlovable?
Yeah.
Am I worthy of this appreciation I'm so longing for?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a journey for all of us, and it's been a struggle for all of us, and it's not something that just comes like in a day.
Yeah.
You know, we have to practice these things. And how
That's a good word, practice.
Yes, dude, that's my key word.
Because it's not you don't just remember like, oh yeah, like I got to do this. Like you like have to stop yourself and correct yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the practice. Yeah. You have to put in work.
Definitely. I feel like we have to practice being comfortable in our solitude, because our relationships with ourselves depend a lot on, or wait, the relationships we have with ourselves is what will lead like to the relationship we have with others, you know, like
it will better the other relationships with others.
I mean, if it's a good relationship with ourselves.
Yes.
Like the relationship we have with ourselves is obviously gonna affect the relationships around us.
I can agree with that.
You know, so I feel like we have to make it a thing to practice loving ourselves and being kind to ourselves. And you know,
no, we are not saying that, like everyone deserves love.
Yeah.
Even if you don't love yourself, you deserve love from yourself and from someone else.
Yeah.
But, whenever you love yourself, it is better to love. When you can love yourself, loving others is so much better.
It's also so much easier, you know, like
I was about to say, but yeah.
Yeah, like I think we also have to keep in mind the type of love that we are around or like surrounded by, because obviously love from a significant other is one thing and love from family is another. But what about the warmth that you get from like your friends or just being by yourself in nature, taking a walk?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Once you're alone.
yes, how do we get comfortable with being with ourselves?
Yeah.
You know, it's intimidating, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And obviously easier said than done.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah. Also, I feel like what helps in like practicing this would be kind of being honest with ourselves and reevaluating our behaviors and really taking in mind what we're feeling in terms of like through the day, like a weekly check-in,
Yeah.
or kind of like keeping a journal. But if you don't want to keep a journal, kind of keeping a mind tab open for for that, like kind of have these questions in mind. What am I feeling? Are these feelings positive? Are they negative? Where are these feelings coming from? Or like where are they rooting from? And like what can I let go of? How can I make my days better?
What can you control and what can't you control?
Yes. Yes. Definitely, cuz
Oh, therapy is really paying off.
I would like to talk about that one day if you're down to talk about
I'm
that.
so down.
I'm excited for that. Yeah, okay. Cuz I feel like that would be a very long conversation.
Yeah, it can.
Um,
I'll definitely bring some what I've learned from there here, but continue.
Nice. Thanks. Anyway, um also, so this self or this validation that we're searching for. This validation should be we should be let me start over. LOL. We should be looking after this validation within ourselves, not from external factors, not from people, from our friends, from social media. How are we going to improve or love ourselves if the love is not coming from you? It's you're depending on someone else's approval to feel better, to boost your self-esteem. And I get it, like it happens to all of us. But when that is solely your focus, it's essentially external validation is self-destructive.
Yeah.
To, you know,
It can make anyone like break, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking with my roommate. Dude, my roommate and I have the best conversations. we
I bet.
we get real deep every day. I kid you not. Yeah, like our daily check-ins are deep, but they're nice. You know, I always appreciate friends who keep me grounded, who keep me intellectually stimulated,
Yeah.
who keep me
Thinking,
yes.
not just dumb.
I mean,
not just like, like,
at,
oh,
at a
there's another day.
yeah, like a superficial level. Yeah, those are not friends. Those are acquaintances.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking, and she said, if you are relying on your friends for self development, then you're not self developing at all.
Yeah, it's not coming from the self.
Exactly, and the truest words. Anyway, yeah, like it's very true, and it also made me think like, what am I doing for myself? You know, like, have I been paying attention to myself? Have I been kind to myself? And honestly, these past few weeks, well, not lately, but before, during our little, I guess, break,
Yeah.
I wasn't being kind to myself, and I felt like I was being more critical and just more harsh, just very unkind, and I wasn't taking my time to um, appreciate me in all my phases.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
So, well, I mean, not like a story, but so I've been eating bananas a lot.
Bananas. Okay.
Yeah. So like
Getting that potassium in.
yes. Anyway, so like in smoothies, oatmeal, pancakes, just like all that good stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Banana goes with everything.
And I was thinking, like for every stage of a banana, I have a use for, you know? Like the browner they are, the like I bake, you know, and
Okay.
the greener they are, I use for like smoothies or just
Huh.
I have a use for every stage of that,
Yeah.
like a banana, right? And I love banana. So okay, very weird reflection, but we should be like bananas. Like I was thinking that what like I love every stage of a banana, even the weirdest looking face of it. Why don't
Okay.
or like the quirkiest or like the saddest, because you know how the riper they get, the like more the less firm they get,
Yeah.
and just
Get all soft and squishy.
they get a little funky. But
A
anyway,
little
but I
funky.
appreciate that little funkiness.
Yeah.
Why don't I do the same for myself? Like I love myself at just the positive, or like the my ripest
Yeah.
stage of myself.
Yeah.
Why don't I do that?
Yeah.
In the darkest parts, or just the quirkiest parts. Um, yeah, it was a silly reflection, but I
Yeah.
think it
No,
makes sense.
it makes sense because, like, there's one thing that I learned, and how exactly can you love yourself? And there's one thing that I kind of had an epiphany on, not just by myself, but with, my therapist. She kind of says, like, imagine if, like, you're very compassionate towards your friends, and you give them credit, for what they do, because you want to see them succeed. You don't want to ever bring them down. And she tells me, it's like, you need to imagine yourself as your friend, and just treat yourself how you would treat your friend.
Yes.
You wouldn't tell your friend, bro, this fucking sucks. What is this?
You
Like,
idiot.
what? Yeah, like you wouldn't call your friend an idiot, like, maliciously,
Yeah.
like you would yourself. So you had to kind of personify yourself as your friend, and then from there, give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Whenever you're going through a tough time, tell yourself, like, hey, you're doing the best you can.
You got this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And not because a lot of people was just like, oh yeah, you gotta love yourself and all that. It's hard to grasp that idea, especially whenever you're your biggest critic.
Yes.
And at least for me, that kind of like, huh. I would never tell my friend that they're an idiot because they were trying.
Yeah.
Like why would I do that? That's mean. And that's, you know, you got to make yourself your friend. And by doing that, you got to look at yourself as you were looking at one of your friends. And you would never tell your friend that, oh, you're an idiot.
You would never tell me that.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
No. I would definitely like, hey, maybe like this is good,
You
but
would
you can do this.
call me out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have a question.
Okay.
How does it feel to love yourself as a man? Like, just because I know there's different approaches to loving yourself. Like obviously, when it comes to like a more masculine energy, obviously there's different approaches, or there's, I guess sometimes there's external factors that kind of mask the idea of the acceptance or the ease, or the possibility, or the, like, I guess consideration of like, oh, loving yourself like is, like a manly thing to do, like, or like like it doesn't make you weak, because I know like sometimes,
Okay.
like maybe as a guy, obviously you're saying that you can be very self-critical, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
and we often can find ourselves being like comparing ourselves to like other people.
Mm-hmm.
Has it ever happened to you where you're like, I have to be more like my father, I have to do this because I'm expected to do this,
Oh
I don't
man,
have time to love myself right now, I have more things, I don't know.
bro. That.
How
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
how's like your thought process on that? Like I'm genuinely
It
curious.
used to be where I was my biggest critic. Like your father has done this, your mother can do this. Um, you're in this school, why can't you do it?
Yeah.
What you come from, the valley, maybe you can't, type of deal. You know, you start to think a lot.
Yeah.
Like really deep into it, and it's not even. It doesn't even have to be pressure put on from external factors. My mom and dad would never tell me, like, do better.
Yeah.
They say you can do better and try your best.
Mhm.
That's the number one thing. But I always put my pressure. It's like my mom and dad are like the best people I know. And it even goes for like moral values. Like, why can't I be a nice person like them? You
Yeah.
know? So I had a lot of problems, you know, regarding that type of thinking. Not necessarily specifically, but, that type of thinking where I'm myself critic. Um, but again, through therapy, because I wouldn't figure this shit out by myself. Um, Words are very important. Words are super
Yes.
important.
Yes.
You know, super duper important. I remember, like, I still do it to this day, but like, after a couple appointments, like, my therapist would kind of be like, whoa, 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 don't say should, say could. You're not expected to know everything. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
because I remember when she had, like, I had an epiphany moment, regarding self care and whatnot. And I was like, I should have known that. She's like, whoa, 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 should? Did you know about this before? I mean, no, but it's like, self care is all over Twitter and all. Like, no, 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 no. I don't expect you to know anything. You're here for a reason, Say could, you know, because that's saying should. It's whether you're right or wrong,
Yeah.
and there's no right and wrong. There's also a gray area, There's in the middle. It doesn't have to be right and wrong, And like that's a big part with anxiety and all that. Right and wrong, black and white. It's not always about that. So words like that could, you know, makes
Mhm.
a difference. And then also, focusing on the negatives rather than the positives
Yeah.
seems to outweigh a lot. And something that I still struggle, I'm getting better, um, is my grades. I always like, okay, let's see how low I can go. Let's see how, like, bottom, bottom, bottom. Absolute, like, where's the point of I can pass, 2.0 to 1.8 or something. Instead of thinking, just do your work, do the best you can, and let's see how high you can go.
Oh, so you think like what's the bare minimum? Like
Yeah. Because once you start doing, once you start thinking about bare minimum, how much slack you can give
yeah.
in a way,
Mhm.
you
For
know.
sure.
Um, at least this is me personally,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, and I always just, wake up, do your workout, go to Evans, and do as much work as you can.
Evan's library
Yes, Evans Library. Sorry.
on campus.
Yeah, do as much work as you can, and think about what you're gonna do tomorrow, once you get up in the morning and go to Evans again, and what's your highest priority regarding in that work.
You're practicing those habits and you're redirecting your mind into a more positive or more productive way of life, I guess.
Yes, I'm telling you right now, I used to be in bed for about 6 hours a day before any of this. I was overweight, and I was definitely going through a depression. Still have those moments sometimes, and my anxiety was at an all-time high. It's gotten a little better regarding those two aspects, but you know, the me then is not the me now. And Jesus Christ, it's hard. It's so hard, but it's so worth it. And, I used to wake up like 1 or 2 in the afternoon
Mm-hmm.
almost every day and just stay in bed for about 6 hours until like, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I get up. There's like the sun's already out, you know? And once I came back over here, I kind of promised myself I'm going to keep on working out, and wake up early. Well, no, I didn't say that. It wasn't like to get it. This is what we mean by practicing. You have to try and sacrifice, some stuff. And it's going to be super awkward because it's going to be out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But you just got to tread on, and it's just going to become natural. I'm washing dishes every single day after every single meal, dude.
That's on responsibility.
Dude, I never do that.
That's so manly of you.
I guess okay, I went off topic, but the manly aspect is to all of that those things is that I guess like manly empowerment, is that what you're asking? Like how would you empower yourself as a man?
Yes.
Okay. As a man, idolize, those people who have, I'm gonna do me attitude, and actually encompass that, because there's a lot of men out there, especially celebrities and all that are gonna do them how they're gonna do them, and if you want to get better in your life, do you how you're gonna do you. I go out and run on the street in front of everyone because I'm going to do me how I want to do me. And if I want to run in the sun, damn it, I'm going to run in the sun. I can't afford to be embarrassed. I got to work on myself. Another one. Push through it. One more. And not in the bad aspect to where a YouTube video or two.
Oh.
But, kind of like one more rep, one more round.
Yeah.
Invite the pain, because that pain is going to open up old wounds, but you're going to have a scar, and you're going to wear those scars proudly.
Yes.
And you're going to be better from that. The skin's going to get tougher. Deadass.
Bro, you're like over here all like motivation and then dead ass. No, for real. That's literally what I've been thinking of. I kid you not. I was talking to my friends about specifically this, inviting the fear. But for me, it's the fear because of my anxiety to run by myself or in the morning, or because I stopped running a long time ago, and so this semester I've been trying to get back into the whole like running thing and stuff, but I'm like, people are gonna look at me, it's what am I gonna just all these thoughts that are controlling me, and like this fear is controlling me, but I'm like, and I'm trying to avoid it, but it's just lingering more. Like the more I run away from it, metaphorically, the more it's chasing me, right? So why not invite it to come run with me, bro? Like, I really like what you're saying. I like this is, yes, and I really like your attitude.
It's the reason why, like, I'm so passionate about it, because it took a while to get here. It took a while, and it was a really hard while. Very, very, very difficult. Again, I guess in a manly aspect is like puff out the chest, man. Puff out your chest and hit it head on.
Yeah.
Get your homies with you. Don't go too far. Don't go diving in. You don't want to be an idiot, but you're gonna go in.
Test
and
the
you're
waters.
gonna do it. Yeah, you're gonna test the waters, and you're gonna go in with all of yourself.
Yes.
Not a finger dip, but puff your chest out and let's go.
Devote yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
Or if there's one commitment that you should be doing, is the commitment of having like putting the effort with yourself of
Commitment to yourself.
yeah, commit to yourself. I was gonna say, yeah, the and going back to your conversation, to what you were saying about being with your therapist and about words.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said this, how words have so much power.
Yeah.
You know, I've caught myself saying things or thinking things. Oh, fun fact. Did you know that we think about 50,000 thoughts a day? And more than half
Oh
of
my
those
God,
are
that's a lot.
negative.
Yeah.
And
Probably more,
and
I'd say.
a lot of those are repeated.
Yeah.
Like consciously and unconsciously. You know, they're automatic thoughts, they're automatic decisions. They're just it's a lot to take in. That's why we have to make it a thing to be more mindful of our actions, just the effort that we're putting with ourselves. Just
Yeah.
are we coming from like an honest place? How are we treating ourselves? You know, am I happy right now? Am I proud of the progress that I'm making? And honestly, there's a lot of sidetracking, honestly, because this whole practice thing, it's not like you're gonna get it on the first try.
Hell no.
You know,
Hell no.
you know, sometimes there's a little curveball here and
You
there.
gotta cry. You gotta bleed.
Yeah, dude.
And I like it's funny because it sounds metaphorical, but literally, like, if you really want it and you're gonna get it, you gotta cry. You gotta bleed. You gotta
Yeah.
toughen your skin up,
Yeah.
and in the sense of, like,
Yeah.
getting through tough times.
So, here's my next question.
Okay.
How are you, or like, what are the ways in which you are getting through these tough times, or like loving yourself?
How am I?
Yeah. Are there any like specific things that you're doing that you're practicing?
Yeah. Okay. So I changed all of me, but in a very positive way. Not my personality, but my habits. And of course, I have a lot of help. My therapist, my mom and dad, my friends. They're all very positive. You want to surround yourself with positive first and foremost.
Yes.
So weed out all the fruitless, and keep the ones that bear fruit, good fruit.
Yeah. Be picky.
You got to be picky, and then from there, just do better habits slowly, little by little. Because if you try to do it all at once, it's not gonna work.
But what are you doing, like specifically?
Me, I wash dishes more now. that helps. Not gonna lie, you know. Whenever you, like, coming from someone that has anxiety, you do things whenever you want to avoid things, productive things in specific.
Yes.
And if you occupy your mind 24/7, it kind of lightens the load. So therefore, do dishes after you eat a meal. Do dishes in the morning. Do dishes at night. Do your roommate's dishes.
Oh,
honestly, dude.
Like, no, thank you.
Well, that's what I started doing. I started doing my roommate's dishes, my dishes, because I don't have anything else to do but think. If I don't,
okay,
it extends the time.
But wouldn't, and like this has happened to me before. Whenever I try to make myself more productive, when I'm trying to avoid something else, because of my anxiety, I only get more anxiety.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, I guess, is that happening for you with the whole dishes thing, or is it calming or easing you?
The dishes thing, whenever you do it a lot, it kind of it makes things a little easier. I still run into that whole avoidance thing, but if you know that you're gonna do dishes or clean the house or whatever because you're trying to avoid a problem, you won't be able to do it because you already did it.
Oh.
And it kind of just forces you. That's why I force myself to go to Evan's library. I have nothing else to do.
Might as well study.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well study. Like, kind of like, I guess you have your phone as a distraction. But, it's always just, the anxiety of starting it.
Yeah.
The That's always the hardest part.
It
And so once you do it, I doubt you're gonna ever keep on avoiding it.
yeah.
And if you do find yourself doing that, um, invite it. Invite the distraction in just a little bit.
Acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it. You know, 15 more minutes or whatever, and kind of push yourself to get back into it.
Yeah. Like, hey, the distraction is here. This is what I'm, feeling like with this distraction, but okay, let me move along. Like, what was
Yeah.
I doing, Because again, we're going back to that discipline, that
Yeah.
that we're forming for ourselves, for our self-development, for
Yeah.
our self-validation.
And it's like no one expects anyone to take something like super seriously, straight and consecutively, consistently. Whenever I'm at Evan's library, I don't study for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
Even though I'm there 6 hours straight, I don't do that. Half the time I'm probably on my phone. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, sometimes it's okay.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
As long as you got the work right there in front of you,
Mhm.
you should be fine.
Yeah.
Unless you get up and go and just walk around, which I doubt you do because you'd then be worrying about you looking weird.
Mhm. Definitely baby steps or big steps.
Definitely.
Definitely.
It gets you super far with baby
Yeah.
steps. Super far. Way bigger than big steps.
Period. I guess for me, what I'm doing to love myself, or through this journey of like self-validation, of self-love, putting myself first, all these good things, I've been practicing adapting new habits like morning movement, whether that be just walking. Well, I mean, I pulled my hamstring, so now I have to walk. LOL. Like for my morning cardio before I do like actual like workouts, but like I've been waking up early. Like I am looking forward to waking up in the morning every night.
Were you where did it does it just happen naturally? Where you just can just wake up like whatever?
No,
Like easy?
I need an alarm. Actually,
Well,
because
before, sorry.
well, before what?
Before you started waking up early.
Well, throughout this whole quarantine, I was always working out at night because I had to accommodate or I had to kind of work around other people's schedules because
Yeah.
like of my access to I guess workout things. Anyway,
Yeah. But you weren't working out in the morning before.
correct.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until this semester started that I was like, you know what? Let me switch up, kind of turn my habits, just little things here and there. The morning movement has been such a delight for me because I listen to my favorite artists.
That's you time.
Yeah, it's me time.
That's you time.
I get a little distracted with my phone, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm working out, but that's because I'm getting so bored of working out in my living room. Like I need the gym. I need some machines. Anyway, but anyway, another way that I have been practicing this is journaling. Every morning
Oh, yeah.
after my workout, I have breakfast. And while I'm eating, I'm journaling. And it's always kind of a way to ground myself. Like, okay, what am I grateful for? What am I letting go of? What am I looking forward to? How am I feeling? Just kind of checking up on myself.
Yeah.
And it's not a diary. It's not like, dear diary, today I did this.
Yeah.
No, it's just kind of like mind dump. I'm just kind of writing everything that I'm thinking, and it's never organized. Well, I have 4 or 5 journals,
Yeah.
and they all serve a purpose.
Okay. Cool.
Yet I'm not organized with the topics that
Yeah.
I mean, I'm semi-organized, I guess.
It's all up to you. That's your
Yeah.
mind right there.
Yeah. There's, I don't know, and it definitely makes me feel more at ease.
Yeah, because I like that you're taking account to where like everything, what's going on, with yourself, and what I'm guessing what you have to do during the day or whatever.
Yeah.
In mind dump. Because that's the biggest thing with anxiety. If you don't know what to do, and if you don't vocalize it, or you don't write it down somewhere, you kind of just get anxiety because of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, journaling I heard is really, really good.
It is.
Nice.
I really can't wait to talk about mental health.
We're talking about it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but I guess really
Deep dive in.
Yeah. I feel like it'll be really interesting to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole journey of loving ourselves and finding validation within ourselves is definitely something we should practice or commit ourselves to.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this conversation has been nice.
Yeah. No, yeah. If anyone has any questions about what can I do, or how do I even approach starting different, habits, better habits, hit us up.
Yeah,
Definitely hit us up.
We're all in this together. We're all struggling together.
Yeah.
We're all feeling the same things. Well, not entirely, but I've noticed a lot of us have the same questions. How do we go through this journey of life? Or what is life without suffering? Without no, I mean honestly though.
Yeah.
Because
Without
through suffering, we're trying to find the joy in the struggle.
Yeah.
That's essentially
The
just
beauty and the sorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's and the reason why I'm so welcoming, about that, because I was there. I had no idea what I was doing, okay, so quick example. The other day I had posted on social media, my weight lost 30 pounds,
Yeah.
and a lot of people immediately, even people that I never talked to, or people that I've never even met at all, asked me how'd you even start? What do I even do? And since I've been practicing it consistently, it's second nature to me.
Yeah.
I almost forgot how I was. I had no clue. I had no idea what to eat. I had no idea what to do.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to even start. It wasn't until when I talked to my dad, who he, had to learn himself.
Yeah.
And pass the information down to me and everything. And, even mental stuff, I'm not saying, go only for me for working out or diets or whatever, you can come to me about,
venting.
mental aspects of things, because
Definitely.
your mind is just as important as the body, and the body is just as important as the mind. They both work together in harmony.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Oh crap! I forgot what I was gonna say. You're talking about how you've posted your. Wow! I lost my train of thought. I really did. I had something to say, but it just. Boop. Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, we're okay now. I remembered.
Get it out.
Yeah, it's about. I forgot again.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. That's what we'll get it out. Okay, go.
It's about paying attention to yourself, and we've talked about this before.
Yes. Yeah.
You're paying attention to what you're consuming. You're paying attention to your body.
Paying attention to what I'm saying to myself.
Yeah, to how am I reacting to this? To just everything. Every decision we make is so important. Even the tiniest one. That's why I'm saying washing the dishes is such a huge discipline. It's responsibility. Chores, bro. Most annoying.
Dude, oh my God. It's my soul medicine now, It's my soul medicine.
Yeah.
And it helps me. And that's because I had two other different things that came to mind, but this is probably the one that's helped me the most, is washing dishes.
Yeah.
I never wash dishes, but now I do. I like it.
Wow. Okay, a man. Ladies, hit him up. Anyway, I think that's enough for today.
Yeah.
I think we've really dug deep into this whole what is your soul
yeah.
medicine. Anyway, I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the first part of our WYSM special.
Yeah.
And
WYSM.
I can't wait for you guys to hear the next episode. Ooh, it's the exciting one. Anyway, yeah, guys, please feel free to reach out if you need to, if you want to, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Stay true.